With us today are young women who recently attended the Sidrah program, which is a youth leadership program for Omani women. Welcome to Oman FM.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you all feeling?
Good.
Very well.
Yeah?
Yes.
So let's start with what is Sidrah? What is Sidrah?
Sidrah is a youth development program. Was designed by Lahunna and Outdoor Bound Oman. It aims to develop such skills as resilience, self-awareness, collaborative mindsets, and also leadership skills. It's designed basically for Omani young women across the Sultanates. It's in general making leaders out of ourselves and also release our true potentials.
And how long have you guys been in this program?
Now almost for a month and a half, I guess.
You're still part of the program,
Yeah.
right? It's not done
Still,
yet.
we're in phase 2 right now.
Wow.
Yes.
And all of you are from different areas. You're not all from
Yes.
the same place.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from الظاهرة عبري.
Okay, and
Yeah,
you?
and I'm from Muscat.
And I am from الشرقية المضيبي.
Jawarah,
جوارح.
Qadir,
Yes.
And
and
Aziza.
Aziza. Fantastic. So let's talk about what you've experienced so far about the program. What is this program?
For me, actually, was the Sidrah was representing a life journey. The more we stuck and to our roots, our culture, our ethics, Islamic and Omani ethics, we become stronger and become more resilient with life. And this the whole program was designed to make us with the strong roots and having and develop our resilience with this life, and also to know how to deal with different perspectives of life.
So now it's been how long since you've been in the program?
It's almost 2 months or 1 month and a
Almost 2
half.
months.
So you have now enough to tell us about, just walk us through what the experience has been like so far.
The first 4 days were camping outside in Durera,
Okay.
and there was we're 20 participants
Okay.
participating for the first time, meeting each other for the first time, and being there in the wild for the first time
Jabal Akhdar.
in Jabal Akhdar for the first time with the coaches, of course. But the fact that we're going out there without with the strangers, we don't know them, for the first time. This is the first time being outdoor and
Really?
and
Yeah.
doing cooking and all that things, and we have to take responsibility of ourselves and with the people around us. It was a really exceptional experience we had, and the first 4 days there was a lot of roles, and they were dividing us into groups, and getting to know each other more, and taking rules and leading things. People are cooking, others are doing the tents, and others guiding us through the journey to the camping place. That was a really exciting part. And in the same time, we got to know each other more and building bonds with each other and know each other more. And one of the most effective activities we had that we had to talk about our Sidrah. And that was to talk about our story as reflecting on a Sidrah model. Where you're coming from is your roots, and you have to talk about what you are, what is your potentials, and what your skills, and what you have done in your life till now. And the leaves was the people around you, the beloved people around you, your family and supportive people. And of course the fruits was what you will add as a value to your community. And that's actually took us into a deep journey with ourselves to know more about ourselves and reflect to ourselves more. As Ghadir said, most of us were there. We didn't really had a clear vision about what we will do in our lives and what we are where we are now. But that activity actually was a twist in the story, as I think for most of us as a participant in Sidrah.
Yeah, so what I really loved about it, that the first 4 days when we went camping outside, literally we didn't have any phones and nothing. It's just we had to be with the team. Imagine being in a place with 19 random people. you have to get to know them. And
Unfamiliar place, unfamiliar
yes, all of us like
environment,
across the
people.
Sultana. Yeah, like we didn't know each
It must
other.
have been terrifying.
Yeah, even different accents. We're
Yeah.
talking different dialects.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
Yeah,
actually.
and what I really loved about the first 4 days, they tried to make us feel more confidence about ourselves and have more responsibilities. Like every day, everyone has to be assigned with a task that they're responsible about that role. Like you have to make sure that you have to do this, you have to do that. Like one of the things that I remember I really enjoyed for being the Malaha. I forgot what does it mean in English.
What does the Malaha do?
Okay, so basically Malaha do is that you need to lead them the way.
Like a guide.
Using the
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to use the campus.
An actual campus.
Yes,
Have you
but-
ever
And a
used one
map.
before?
Nah, that-
Have you ever used a physical map
No.
before?
I
Wow.
used to use the Google Maps.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but
led us to
imagine-
everywhere.
yeah, you're
But
used to
like
Google
using-
Map and everything, and then suddenly they give you a campus. It's like interesting. So yeah.
I still remember having to use a map when I first went to college and I lived in Dubai.
Really?
And we the iPhone had just come out, so most people had dumb phones at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out how to not get lost in a city like Dubai using a physical map.
Wow.
There was a day where I ended up sleeping outside of the house because I couldn't find my way back home.
Oh, that's
I was 18 at the time. So I wonder if that would happen to you on top of a mountain, what that would be like.
So actually, what did happen? So basically, every day you have to move from a place to a place. So the day that I was responsible for being the guide and like to show them the routes, so we went to somewhere really far that we got stuck between between the mountains,
Oh.
and I had
In a
to
valley.
figure a way that we get out of there. And I didn't want to show them that I was stuck and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, you guys just take a break, sit, have your snacks, I'll be right back. So I just went to try and figure out the route. And then once I did discover, I came back, I was like, yalla, let's go, pack your things, we're ready to go. And I was clueless. I was trying just to find a way to get out of that place. But I didn't want to show them because some of the girls, they were really scared.
Yeah.
And when you're as being the leader at the front and show them that you're scared, it's a
Yeah.
bit, everyone will be like, oh, are we like lost or something? So I didn't want to show them that thing.
Well, how did you find your way out?
Just sorting out things.
And you managed, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you're here today, so you managed to get out.
Yeah, we did, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
But the thing is, we had to go through a cliff and everything, so it was a bit risky. And some of the girls that they're not used to go hiking or climb mountains, so it was a bit challenging that we had to help each other. But in general,
crazy.
it was really nice.
Aziza, what was your role when you first went there?
I always take the kitchen role because
Yeah.
I'm good at cooking. Yes.
And you had to do that outdoors.
Yes, it was difficult because of the gas, and we need to ensure that everyone is safe, no one gets hurt. And most of the girls didn't know how to cook. It was their first time. So teaching them was really fun, and we were networking, and we had even kitchen talks during cooking. It was so much fun.
What's the most challenging thing about cooking on the mountains outdoors?
There is no appropriate tools for cooking, and also we have limited resources. We need to manage resources for 4 days. So we have limited water, limited food. So this was the most
Interesting.
difficult part.
Wow. So you had to ration things.
Yes.
And do you have ways of measuring?
Yes, we had to. We had to make measuring because we didn't want to stay without food the last day or without water.
Everyone will really blame you.
Yes,
Oh my
it was
goodness.
difficult.
And what about you? What was your role there when you first came in? And by the way, just before you say that, does your role remain the same throughout the
No,
whole journey?
no.
It changes.
Yeah.
Changed.
Okay,
Every
so
day
what
it
was it when you first got there?
Well, actually, I can't remember.
Okay,
I
what?
remember the first one,
Uh-huh.
but the one that affected on me, or maybe was challenging to me, is to plan the place where we put our tents, because all the places of camping before, my role come or my turn come was really easy. There was a really flat place, and there was just like, it's clear where they will put their tents. But we decided to, I think, that days in a kind of a valley place, and it wasn't really prepared to be a camping there or a camping place. So I had to moving rocks and telling others to taking things, and of course, like, not harming the environment and not harming the things that there were, like, it was challenging, actually, the most challenging one. But I had fun with the kitchen role with Aziza before.
So everyone gets involved with everything at some point?
Yeah,
Exactly.
every day, like, you're assigned for a different task. So you get to learn every role. So it's not just a specific task that you just keep on doing it every day the same.
Let's go step by step. All of the different programs that you experienced in Sidrah. How did you start?
We started with Outward Band for 4 days. It was a camping days. Then we went back to the center in Jabal Akhdar, and we had different monitoring sessions with different monitors. Started with Sheikh Hatem Abdulsalam, and it was about ethics and job ethics and so on. Then we had the monitoring session with Surah Al-Masqati, and it was about self-esteem and raising our self-confidence and so on, and knowing ourselves more. And then we went through the monitoring with Maryam Al-Amri, and it was about design thinking and innovation and how to create solutions for problems and creating new innovations. Later on, it was with Protivity, and Protivity guide us on how to create, how to design our career, and how to actually prepare ourselves for job interviews and so on.
They covered a lot of aspects, mashallah.
Exactly.
There is more, isn't there?
That was
Yeah.
phase 1 only.
That's what I really loved in phase 1, that all of them are connected with each other. And they didn't just focus on leadership. They tried to show us all things from all perspectives, and then we link it together, and then we have a clear understanding. So after, like, we're done with the phase 1, now we are in phase 2. Phase 2 is basically the ICF coaching session with Ghaya Al-Barwani. As well, we have another session about money management with Rania Al-Khsaibi. Like, she helps us how to manage our financials and everything. And then
That's super helpful.
yes, it is, like, especially learning this in a really young age.
Yeah.
It's really beneficial.
Especially when you're just starting your career.
Exactly.
Wow.
We also had a program called Salalim, which is basically an AI-powered learning program, which is designed specially for us. We had courses every week, and we had to complete it before the week. And we have a point system, which who gets the higher grades gets a medal, and so it's so much fun to do.
AI learning program?
Yes.
What does that? What does this program do?
It gives us courses every week, and courses are related to what we should learn right now, like communication, and we learn new concepts like elevator conversation. And we also were having a course for Stanford, which is called Design Your Career.
Yes.
We are working on it as a part of ISF.
I forgot to mention that we had a monitoring session with Dr. Manal Al-Khambashi about 2040 Oman 2040 vision. She told us about how is the vision is taking place now and how they work on it. It's also she also monitored us about how to be effective individuals in the Oman 2040.
Fantastic.
And I feel like actually Sidrah is part of 2040 Oman Vision because they are preparing us from now to be effective individuals and how to could do a great input in our country.
Well, then let's go a step back and tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into this program. Let's start with you, Jawarah. How did you find out about this program, and why did you agree to go into this experience?
I actually, the first time I met with the with a post in an Instagram about Sidrah, and in that days I was doing it was the days of the hackathon in the university, and I was leading a team on the hackathon. We were like challenging and trying to be part of the winners in that hackathon, and actually it was the first time getting like a leadership position before, like ever I had it. Then I saw the post in Instagram, and it was really like challenging, and it was like a really interesting experience. I got to myself like, I have to be here with those people. I need to go in such experience so I can unlock my potentials, and that was the thing. Alhamdulillah.
Unlock your potential. That was the thing. Like,
yeah, because I always believe that I have the ability to lead, to be like a positive impact in my community, but I didn't actually had the vision how I will do that and how I will use my abilities and potentials. So I thought that Sidrah will help me, and it did actually.
Yeah, we'll come into like how it helped you, but I'm curious just to find out about what even gets you into programs, because it's like the program sounds very exciting, also very challenging.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, I'm curious about what makes a person want to go into such a challenging experience. So how about you, Hadir?
Okay, so for me, I really like to challenge myself. So one of my friends, she was in Sidrah 1.0. They were like the first batch. So she's the one who told me about Sidrah. So I really got excited, and I wanted to challenge myself. And like I know that I usually go camping and stuff, but I wanted to try something new. And plus, I usually like lead some teams. Like, you know, I do voluntary work or so many activities. So I knew that I had something in me, but I wanted to discover more about myself and what was my capabilities and how can I lead a team and how like we could make a good collaboration with each other, like working in one team together.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow. And how about you, Aziz?
I will say that I needed to be motivated because I was part of my life as a job seeker. I was taking exam every day, but I also received rejection emails, and I was talking to my supervisor about that, and she said, I have a solution for you. And she sent me the post of Sidrah and said, okay, this is for me, I need it. Yeah.
Job market is tough, and
Yes, very
yeah,
tough.
I've learned from experience that rejections can really be demoralizing.
Yeah.
But Sidrah taught us how to be going with rejection and how we be self-confident, and they taught us that we are special and we deserve to be there. Exactly. Yes, it helped us a lot.
It's been my experience that the biggest opportunities for growth in any person's life comes from when you have the hardest challenges.
Yeah.
It's not when things are amazing,
Exactly.
but it's when things are really difficult, and somehow when you think it's impossible to overcome it, you figure out a way that you do. So with you, Aziza, what was the most challenging thing for you at Sidrah?
The most challenging for me was communicating with other girls because I didn't have an expanded network like this, and there was 20 girls in the program. But surprisingly, I knew everyone from the second day. I felt like we are sisters because of the challenges that the coaches gave us.
Yeah.
Challenges will bring you together.
Yes,
That's
it was amazing. It was amazing.
So it's communication.
Yes, communication.
And do you feel like that got better? Like if you were to meet a new group of strangers?
Yes, I mean I'm here now, so
Yes, you are.
much better.
Yes, we were talking before the show, يعني, it's more than one of you has issues or fears of being in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
I'm referring to Jawar. What about you? What is your most challenging thing about the experience? What did you have to overcome so far? Because I know that it's not over yet, so you'll probably have more challenges moving forward. يعني.
Okay, one of the things is to open up and sharing my feelings. That was a bit challenging to me because I used to keep things inside me, and then because of the sessions that we had, like about mental health and everything, it actually did help me. Sometimes
You have mental health sessions.
Yeah, like with Surah Al-Masqati.
Ah.
Yeah, she came like it was 1 day session with her. So like a whole day, we're talking about mental health and how mental health could help you sometimes, or how it is effective. So it actually helped me to open up sometimes, because sometimes when you keep things inside you, it does affect you with overthinking and stuff. But I learned that open up, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
Vulnerability is terrifying.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable, especially in front of a group of strangers that
Yes.
you don't know.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate to that. How do you overcome it?
I tried to push myself, because I like to challenge myself. So I was like, take it as a challenge. So yeah, I just tried to open up until...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as I was telling this, to some of your organizers, shout out to Luma Saleh. How lucky you guys are. Ya akhi. I would love to have been able to attend. Like, just for context, you guys are in your early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
And to have such a program happen at that age, it's fantastic. How about you in terms of challenges? What was the biggest one?
Actually, my biggest challenge was that my ideas always was in a mass. I always have never had a clear vision about anything, and sometimes I have solutions for many problems, and I have suggestions, and I have too many things I want to do it, and I end up with doing nothing of them. And this was I was suffering from this for a long time. But when I arrived there, I think the process itself, the whole things together, and even the coaching and the monitoring sessions with Surah Al-Masqati, with Maryam Al-Amri, even about innovation, about design thinking, and how exactly to design your thinking. And I started to think about designing even my life. And this is kind of like a really...
Designing your life. That sounds very Maryam.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Maryam.
She used to tell us about the innovation, and you have to design things, and solutions are not coming from nowhere. You have to go through steps by steps, and then you will get the real the effective solution. And I think from that, I take it to my life, and I started to putting everything on the table, trying to designing even my own life.
And taking proactive steps towards it.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, through Mariam's sessions, it really helped me to discover... I discovered that I was an innovative person, that I could get solutions through design thinking, or trying different ways. I didn't know that this thing is really I got really interested in. I never knew it was my thing.
Right.
Until attending her session, I was like, okay, it seems interesting.
So that's something you discovered about yourself on that. How about you guys? Do you feel like you discovered something new about yourselves that you didn't know before?
Yeah? I knew that recently, that I used to be so much interested about volunteering and about helping others. And since I was a kid, I was thinking about how I will leave a legacy behind when I die, when I go
that's
away.
Huge.
And that
It's
was
a lot of weight to carry.
Even it is a really huge weight. Even when you're... And the hardest thing, that the vision wasn't there. But subhanallah, since I came from Sidrah, I came up with a poster, and that was poster talking about the Global Peace Summit. And guess what? I just participated. I applied to participate on the Global Peace Summit on New York 2023, and I got accepted.
No way.
Exactly. And that was surprising, that I'm getting accepted to something that, okay, now I know my way. I know where I'm going to. I know how I will just leave my legacy.
How fantastic. Jawarah from Abri is going to the Global Peace Summit. That's
Inshallah.
so cool.
That just not run away, run on the things, but inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Aziza?
I think I learned from
Sheikh Hatem Al Abd
yes.
Salam
Yes.
that I am good at public speaking. He gave us a chance to give a public speaking. Actually, he said, choose a topic and talk about it. We were not well prepared, and I was hesitating to do my presentation, but eventually I did. And the girls will tell me that I have a talent in public speaking. That was surprising.
Yeah, because like I remember once the first day I met Aziza, she was the quiet person that who doesn't speak a lot, and then the day she went and presented, the way she did it, it was really amazing, and it caught our attention.
Exactly.
So I'm like, wow, subhanallah.
By the way, I'm having that very same experience right now, because behind the scenes you're very quiet, very reserved, but once you start talking, mashallah, yani, you have a great command on the language and you speak with confidence. You didn't have that sense before the program, or
No, I didn't.
not even a little.
No, not. I wasn't so confident about myself, but after the program, I gained a lot of confidence from the girls and from the coaches. It was amazing.
And here you are on the radio now.
Yes.
You're killing it, mashallah alaikum. Wow. So the program isn't done yet. You still have more to go. What else do you want to experience in the program? What other areas would you like to challenge yourselves in? Aziza?
I think I'm trying to take the most benefit of this program, meeting new people.
Yeah.
And Coach Shada and Coach Luma are trying their best to give us chances to meet new people and build a network for our professional life later. And also personally, and we are meeting with Ghail Barwani for group sessions. She is the CEO of ISF Oman.
Yeah, it's a coaching session, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she is trying to help us in our professional life, and we are taking a course for Stanford, which is Design Your Career, and it's so much useful, useful.
That is exciting.
Like, now we are in the phase 2 that we're doing a coaching session. We have like a group session and an individual. Like for each one, each individual has their own coach. And every coach will try to help you. Where do you want to reach, or what is your targets? So it's a bit challenging because sometimes you need to think, what do you actually really want?
Right.
It's really helpful for me, through a conversation and asking questions. You do discover yourself, but you weren't aware of it before. So it's a really good, to be honest, a good session that we are taking.
Sounds really useful.
Yeah.
It's particularly if you're not sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going through the coaching, the individual coaching and the group coaching with them. But actually this time, on this stage of my life, I'm trying to gain like a positive habits or good habits that will help me to reach my goals in the future. So yeah, I'm working on that with the help with the coaches. And
What do you
with
mean
the group.
positive habits? Like
Reading. I have like so I stopped reading from 2 years, like, and coming back to doing a thing that you haven't done like for a long time will be a little bit challenging. I'm trying to do that with the help with my coach,
right.
and like discussing the books that I'm reading and things like that are like working.
Yeah. There might be some people who are watching this right now because they saw Sidrah either on social media or wherever and are thinking, maybe I should join, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if this is right for me.
Yeah.
Who do you think this program is right for? Who should join?
I think every Omani woman should join this program. It's very, very, very amazing program for women, and even if they are old women, I think they can benefit from this program. They can gain confidence, self-awareness, and leadership skills. This is skills we need in daily life and also in our professional life.
Right.
Actually, to add that we as Omani women here, we're empowered actually, and we have a lot of opportunities out there. But the fact that we're not having the right like self-esteem, confidence, the right like they're not like aware with how much high potentials they have and the high potentials they have. So such programs or Sidrah program is there to unlock the potentials and to make you confidence more about what you are doing and what you will do, and take benefits out from the opportunities out there, and also not only that but even like creating new opportunities for yourself and for other women.
And basically, Sidrah is from the age 20 to 30. And I love this mix because, you know, learning from others. And plus, I would really recommend, especially undergraduate students, because, you know, they'll be in a situation, they're almost done with the universities. They want to know what is next.
Right.
So I would really recommend them to join Sidrah. At least will help them to find their way as how we did. Yani, we found, not only their way or maybe their passion, it could be as well things inside them.
For those who want to learn more about Sidrah, who are thinking perhaps to participate, where should they go to find out?
They could follow them through Instagram, Sidrah Oman and Lahunna Oman. They're usually very active on Instagram, so they can see the posts, and if they have any concerns, they can just go and communicate with them.
Jawarah, Ghadir, and Aziza, thank you so much for joining us today. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you for hosting us, and it's a pleasure meeting you and being here today.